Howdy from Texas. This is Heath Hipple with Bugs Fishing. I wanted to share with you a fishing report that I received from a Galveston area customer named Tyler. I've been buying your lures for a while now, and me and my neighbor went fishing last weekend and we found reds in big numbers, but the water was so murky and we had trouble getting them to hit anything, even sight casting and dragging it right in front of their faces. I tied on one of your redfish jigs and caught the first fish I cast it at. My neighbor had no luck until I gave him one of the redfish jigs. He also hooked up with the first fish he threw at. It broke him off, but I had one more and he tied it on and we sight casted our 2-man limit and then some. I need to throw your jigs more when blind casting, but night or day, whenever I'm sight casting, I have good luck with your jigs, sir. Great product. Well, nice work, Tyler. I'm glad that you and your neighbor caught a bunch of fish on bugs. A few things stuck out to me on this report. Yeah, we have some murky water here in Galveston, and so that's something that we all deal with. I've often heard over the years that when they wouldn't hit anything else, they would eat a bug. I love hearing that. It warms my heart. And also makes me wonder, well, why don't you start with a bug? But anyway, then sight casting. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I've heard for our customers, bugs is their lure of choice when sight casting. They land softly, they look alive in the water, and they imitate what the fish are eating. He also talked about blind casting. And back when I was developing bugs and doing the research before I even started the company, the trips that I would go on were blind casting trips. I didn't own a kayak back then, and so I would go out with my buddies and we would wade fish actually. And so if we were in, waist deep and deeper, we would be, thinking trout. But in our group, I was always the one that was checking out the shallows. And so whenever I saw a bait up shallow, I would head over there. And so, I would be fishing like thigh to knee deep water, and I would be blind casting with my bugs prototypes. And I would outfish my buddies just about every single time. And so bugs absolutely work well blind casting. And that's what the curl tail redfish jig is great for blind casting and for sight casting. It has a double tail grub, and so you get that thump, you get that movement as you're reeling it in. It's got a single rattle on the bottom, so as you're swimming it or bumping it along the bottom, every time you twitch your rod, you're going to engage that rattle. And it's just got a good profile that matches a lot of what a redfish eats. And so blind casting or sight casting, bugs, just as Tyler said, bugs work really, really well, and I hope you'll try them. And so I can relate to Tyler when he's talking about fishing in dirty water, and then also seeing a lot of fish and not being able to get them to eat. And so I understand how frustrating that can be, and bugs can definitely help you catch those fish. So something else I tell people is that when you go out there fishing, if at all possible, try to look and see what the fish are eating, and try to match the general shape, profile of what the fish are eating. And if it's big bait fish, throw something that is big like a bait fish. But if you see shrimp or if you see crabs, and you're going to want to throw something that matches what the shape of what fish are eating. And we have lots of different bugs that can do that. Be free. Be wise, be blessed. Catch you later.